Have you ever found yourself behind the wheel, stuck in the slow crawl of morning traffic, your mind wandering as you stare out the windshield? Maybe you catch yourself thinking, is this really all there is to life? It's a question that sneaks up on you in the quiet moments, when the world outside is busy but your thoughts are louder. On the surface, everything seems fine. You've got a steady job, the bills are paid on time, and perhaps you're surrounded by a family you deeply care about. To anyone looking in, your life might even look enviable, stable, secure, and comfortable. But deep inside, there's a gentle, persistent whisper, a voice that quietly insists you're meant for something more. It's not always easy to hear, drowned out by the noise of daily responsibilities, but it's always there, waiting for you to listen. This voice isn't loud or demanding. Instead, it's a subtle reminder of the dreams you once held close, the ambitions you had before life's routines took over. Maybe it's a memory of a childhood passion, or a vision of a life you once imagined for yourself. Most of us learn to ignore that voice. We trade our passions for a steady paycheck, our sense of purpose for the comfort of routine. We tell ourselves it's just part of growing up, that dreams are for the young or the lucky. Over time, we shrink our dreams to fit the boxes others have built for us. We listen to the world's advice to be realistic, and settle for a life that's just good enough. We pack away our hopes like old trophies, convincing ourselves they no longer matter. That emptiness you sometimes feel, that quiet ache in your chest, it's your soul's way of reminding you that you're capable of more, that you deserve a life filled with meaning and excitement. We try to drown out that feeling with distractions, endless scrolling, binge watching, or losing ourselves in work. We tell ourselves we're just being practical, that this is what adulthood looks like. But if you really think about it, what could be more impractical than living a life that doesn't inspire you, that leaves you feeling empty and unfulfilled? Isn't it riskier to ignore your own happiness? Today, give yourself permission to pause. Take a deep breath, and really listen to that little voice inside. It's not there to annoy you, it's there to guide you. What dream is it reminding you of? What goal keeps resurfacing, no matter how many times you push it aside? That's your internal GPS, pointing you toward a life that's truly fulfilling, one that lights you up from the inside out. Stop ignoring the directions your heart is giving you. Your best life is out there, waiting for you to claim it, but you have to be brave enough to take that very first step, no matter how small. The journey ahead won't always be easy. There will be challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But in the end, it's the only journey that truly matters, the one that leads you to a life you're proud to call your own. Why do we get stuck in the same patterns, repeating the same routines, even when we know they don't make us happy? It's all about programming, deep, invisible scripts running in the background of our minds. From the moment we're born, we're surrounded by voices telling us what's possible and what's not. Our parents, teachers, and society share stories built on their own experiences and limitations, passing them down to us, often without even realizing it. We hear things like, money doesn't grow on trees, and it becomes a rule we live by, shaping how we see the world and what we believe we can achieve. Or we're told, you can't have it all, as if wanting more is somehow wrong or unrealistic. These phrases echo in our minds, quietly setting boundaries on our dreams. We hear these messages so often, from so many sources, that eventually, we stop questioning them. We accept them as truth, and they become part of who we are. This is how our comfort zone is built, a place that feels safe and familiar, but often leaves us feeling unfulfilled and restless, like something important is missing. When we think about stepping outside that comfort zone, fear creeps in. What if we fail? What if we're not good enough? The unknown feels risky, so we hesitate. We worry about losing what little we have, whether it's money, security, or the approval of others. The fear of loss can be paralyzing, keeping us stuck in place. So, we stick to our routines, running on autopilot. Each day starts to look like the last, and before we know it, we're living the same day over and over, just going through the motions. The weeks, months, and years slip by, sometimes in a blur, with no real change. We look back and wonder where the time went, and why nothing feels different. The biggest trap of all is believing that your current situation is permanent, that you're stuck for good, with no way out. But that's just another story you've been told. You are not your job title, your bank account, or even the reflection you see in the mirror. Those things are just temporary snapshots, not the full picture of who you are or what you're capable of. Your circumstances are simply the result of past thinking and choices, not a life sentence. They can change, just as you can change your thoughts and actions. You have the power to move, to change, and to grow. Every day is a new opportunity to take a small step in a new direction, to break free from old patterns. The only thing truly keeping you stuck is the belief that you're stuck. Once you challenge that belief, everything starts to shift. Don't accept a temporary situation as your permanent identity. You are always capable of more than you think. Remember, the idea that you can't change is the biggest lie you've ever been told. The truth is, you can always choose a new path. What if you could redesign your life right now? The secret isn't working harder. It's realizing your outer world mirrors your inner world. Your mind is the projector. Your life is the movie screen. If you don't like the movie, change the film. Your thoughts and beliefs. Most people try to fix circumstances, but real change starts inside. The thoughts you hold, especially with emotion, attract matching experiences. Focus on abundance, joy, and love, even before you see it, and your world will shift. When you combine clear thoughts with powerful emotion, you become the creator of your reality. Your mind is a garden, and you're the gardener. Your thoughts are seeds. Plant success, happiness, and abundance, or let weeds of fear and doubt take over. Most people let any thought take root, but you can choose what grows. Pay attention to your thoughts. Are they building you up or tearing you down? When you catch a negative thought, gently pull it out and plant a better one. "I'll never afford that" becomes, "I'm attracting abundance every day." Water your good seeds with repetition and emotion. Visualize your goals as already achieved. Feel the joy and gratitude. Over time, positive thoughts grow stronger, and weeds fade. You're literally rewiring your brain for success. Your mind is the most fertile ground you'll ever own. Guard it fiercely. The next principle: ask for what you want, clearly, with faith. Life is like a catalog, but most people never place an order. They settle, thinking they're not worthy or fearing disappointment. Asking isn't just words, it's a decision. Get specific about what you want. Don't just say, "I want more money." How much? By when? What for? Write it down. Make it real. Once you've asked, have faith it's on its way. Don't let doubt creep in when reality doesn't match your vision yet. Trust the process, like waiting for an online order to arrive. Faith is active. Start acting like the person who already has what you want. Dress, speak, and behave as if your dream is real. Don't ask and then doubt. Ask, believe, and receive. That's how you align your energy with your desires. Your imagination isn't just for daydreaming, it's your creative workshop. Everything ever created started as a thought in someone's mind. Most people use imagination to worry, running mental movies of failure. But you can use it to build your future. Every day, close your eyes and imagine your life as you want it. Experience it with all your senses. See, hear, feel, and believe it's real. This programs your subconscious to accept your new reality and guides your actions. It also changes your vibration, attracting what you desire. Imagination is the bridge between thought and results. Use it deliberately to build the life of your dreams. Meet Sarah, 42 years old, feeling trapped in a job she dreaded, her days blending together in a haze of paperwork and stress. But beneath the surface, she carried a quiet dream: to open her own bakery, a place filled with warmth, laughter, and the smell of fresh bread. Every morning, Sarah looked in the mirror and saw someone who felt too old to start over, too broke to take a risk, and not talented enough to succeed. Doubt whispered in her ear, convincing her that her dreams were out of reach. Her life mirrored her thoughts. She moved through her days feeling stuck, invisible, and unnoticed, as if her true self was hidden behind a mask of routine and resignation. Then, one ordinary afternoon, Sarah stumbled upon a set of life-changing principles in a book and a video. Something inside her shifted. She decided, just for once, to give them a try. She started small, just 5 minutes each morning, closing her eyes and vividly imagining her bakery, the cozy decor, the happy customers, the scent of cinnamon rolls. She wrote her dreams in a journal and even sketched out her bakery's logo at her kitchen table. Sarah began saving a little money each week, even if it was just a handful of coins. She devoured books about business, learning about budgeting, marketing, and what it really took to run a bakery. She made notes, set small goals, and tracked her progress. She found the courage to ask for what she wanted, whether it was advice from a local baker, support from friends, or a raise at work. Each small step built her confidence. Every day, she used her imagination, meditated on her goals, and created a vision board filled with bakery images. Her mindset slowly shifted from fear to hope. Gradually, her world began to change. A coworker asked her to bake a cake for a birthday, then another requested cupcakes. Word spread, and soon Sarah was filling more and more orders. Her savings grew, and so did her belief in herself. One day, while walking through her neighborhood, Sarah spotted a charming storefront for rent. She could almost see her bakery's name on the window and customers inside. Terrified but determined, she took a deep breath and signed the lease. With trembling hands, she held the keys to her future, knowing she was finally taking the leap. 6 months later, Sarah's Sweets opened its doors. The bakery was filled with light, laughter, and the delicious aroma of her creations. Her dream was now a reality. Today, Sarah is thriving. Her bakery is a success, and she's surrounded by happy customers and friends. She changed her mind, and her life followed in ways she never imagined. Your story can change too. It all begins with a single thought, a small step, and the willingness to believe in yourself. Start with your thoughts, and watch your world transform, one day, one choice at a time. Remember, you're never too old, too broke, or too late to begin again. Your unstoppable journey starts now. You might wonder where these ideas come from. They're ancient principles, taught by the greatest minds in history. But the book that put it all together for me, and millions of others, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It's not just about money, it's about creating the life you want in every area. Hill studied hundreds of successful people and found their secret wasn't luck or connections. It was mindset. They were master gardeners of their minds, asked for what they wanted, and used imagination to build their dreams. These are the foundational principles for transformation. You don't need a degree or money to start, just a willingness to change your thinking. This isn't mystical nonsense. It's proven, practical wisdom. It worked for them, for me, and it can work for you. Now it's your turn. You've heard the principles and seen how they change lives. The secret isn't out there, it's inside your own head. Information without action is just entertainment. Decide. Will today be the day your new life begins? Don't try to change everything at once. Start with one thing. Be the gardener of your mind. Notice your thoughts, replace the weeds, and plant better seeds. That's your only job today. Every great achievement starts with a single step. Your dreams aren't silly. Your destiny is calling. You have a power inside you greater than any obstacle. Start today. Share your journey. Inspire someone else. Your new life is waiting. Go get what's yours.